Welcome to day 19 of the Flaviar. Not sponsored. Whiskies of the Galaxy. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. My name is Brian. Yeah, I don't have that kind of energy. Ever. If I do, I'm probably on drugs. 19. I found it yesterday. There it is. I forgot where it was. Also, welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. My name is Brian. I forgot if I said that already. Whoop. Whoop. Go. Eat. Another very high proof one, and I haven't had a drop of whiskey today. I'm going to have a lot of whiskey today. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, there's another stream. An actual scheduled stream, truly scheduled stream, with mystery guests in about 3 hours. I've lost it. Not only am I doing streams every day, I decided on this day I'm going to do 2. All right. Let's get on with the questionnaire. Add the options before I forget. What whiskey is it? And we'll start with Scotch, and we'll go with American, and then Irish, and World. There we go. That's didn't type in. All right. There we go. Scotch, American, Irish. Got it. Blech. Just in case anyone shows up. Because again, this is a scheduled, non-scheduled stream. I don't really make a big deal about this because it's just what I'm doing for this holiday season. All right, the proof percentage, 56.1. That tells me nothing. Bleh. Tells me nothing. Other than it's a very high proof whiskey. I have a couple things coming to mind, but again, I can't share it because, as usual, I know something that current viewers may not or do not know immediately. So, I don't want to give any thoughts away just yet. I can smell it from here. Jeez. It's not a bad smell, it's just alcohol. I just released a lot of alcohol into a glass. Well, the color on this is beautiful. I hope this color already. Is this the redemption? Past 2 whiskeys I've had have not been my favorite. So maybe this one will be glorious. We'll find out. First, we go over the color. Color. Brink and brink. Ow. I think I poured some on my desk. Here we go. Look at that. That is freaking gorgeous. We're almost at the end. Oh, come on. We're almost at the end. We're right about there. I mean, look. I'm showing you that it's almost the same color. Absolutely beautiful. This is the kind of color whiskey I like to see. I don't know about you. So, I can't. I'm trying to hold the glass up and read at the same time. I do read it off the screen, so I'm seeing the same thing you are, basically. Color, this is mahogany. We have... You know what? Let's use our left hand. There we go. That's better, although I do not trust my left hand at all. Color mahogany, clarity, clear, sediments none, viscosity is gonna be 4. Because, good God, the percentage on this is nuts. Maybe there actually aren't any sediments. No. I swear, if I see sediments in here, I just assume that I did something with the glass. There's crumbs at the bottom or something gross like that. Blech. Hopefully not. So that was the color. Boom. Done. How many minutes has it been already? 5? 20? 5. I knew it. I was trying to cut this down to make it a little easier to deal with. The nose. First, I have to nose. Ah. Smells like a clean glass. Other than that, dense. heavy, dense brown sugar. Cripes. And it's sweet, and it's caramel. It smells really good. I just got a hint of chocolate. I think that's oak. I'm always so confused by the clean glass smell. It throws me off so bad. Some would say I shouldn't use the dishwasher to clean my glassware. They're probably right, but I'm not going to do that. Seems a little more wood forward. A hint of pine? What is going on? Is this a rye? No. Maybe. I don't know anymore. I've convinced myself it might be. That pine note really threw me off. And it doesn't quite smell like a bourbon either, you know? Convincing myself of things. It could be a high rye bourbon. Part of this experience is that I don't know what it is either. I have a better idea than the viewer does, but I still know. It really. What's funny is it's not overwhelming. I thought I got like the proof kind of burst it out of the glass when I poured it, but now it's not so much. Or it doesn't seem that way. Well, whatever it is, I like the smell of it. So let's move on to the technicalities. I'm probably going to change. I can say this now because no one's really watching at the moment. Other viewers may watch it later, but I may be changing up the style of videos come next year because as much as I like doing the whiskey tasting experience, which it still will be, I want to cut it down so I don't have to edit as much. And to do that, I would have to remove this part because going over this takes the longest time. And I'll do this in my head. Like I'll just do it all at once. So I have this while I go over the nose instead of going over the nose and then viewing this, just something like that. I may just wing it. That's probably what I'll do. I seem to have these in my brain pretty well, so I go over intensity, not age, not barrel, possibly the grain. You know, narrow it down, just for my own sake. Make my own list, maybe. Ugh. Said that before. I don't know if I will. Intensity 2. It's not overpowering, but it does seem like it's dense. There does seem to be a lot in here. It is just not as intense as I expected. Age for that color, I have to say at least moderate. Barrel new oak, that's usually a giveaway. Grain, I am so convinced this is a rye, or at least a heavy rye. So we'll say corn, rye, and malt. Another giveaway. Smoke, maybe very light char. I equate that to smoke. I don't know if that's what they're asking me, but little things though, like going over the we're on spice now. Going over leather, that sounds good. I don't want to say anise or mint or eucalyptus. There's another note I think comes up later. Let me double check. I'm not seeing it at a glance, but words are not my favorite thing. Where is it? I feel like pine is on here somewhere, but if you see it, you know. I feel like there's a pine note. I just don't know where it is right now. Is it under floral? It is. It's a floral. It's not got the pine note. Sweet. Wait, where was I? Spice. Leather. Clove. Maybe cinnamon? God, this is one I just want to live in for quite a long time. I'm not gonna. Yep. There was a moment right there when I said, did I push the button to start the stream? I've forgotten. I did. I see it. I'm good. Jeez. Going into sweet, we have caramel. I got chocolate earlier. That's the other thing. I find I repeat myself since I have a lot of these memorized now. Doing it over and over again for a half a year or more will do that. Surprisingly. Because my memory is garbage. Or at least I remember things that are not necessarily good to remember. That's probably the nicest way to put it. I'm salivating, so that's good. It means I like it. I want to drink it. That's certain. Bit of vanilla, possibly fig and raisin look close. I think it's some sort of dried fruit. Sometimes I just thought of creme brulee. Some sort of berries on it. It's one of my favorite things to smell or eat. Floral, we went pine. Wine? I don't think so. This doesn't seem like something that would have wine notes. But maybe. I can always just say there might be sherry in it. That's happened at least 5 times, 4 times while I'm doing this. Fruit. Actually, there's not a lot of fruit in this. As I can find myself. I'm looking over them all. Maybe an orange citrus. Or orange zest. Maybe I've had too many old fashions. Or whiskey and orange always seem to combine somehow. Sulfur. No. Peat. No. Earth. Dried leaves. I want an herbal. I don't know what herbal, but because of that pine note, I'm freaking out and thinking this is a rye. If it is, it's not a dominant rye. I like to tell myself I can find a rye. This does not seem like a straight up hardcore rye. But there are certain notes about it that are making me think it might be a high rye. Which also gives away where it might be from. What else? Nah, we'll go with that. Ah, I can breathe. Needless to say, it smells good. I love that phrase and hate that phrase at the same time. Needless to say, as I am saying that it is needless to say. Fun. Words are fun. The human language is really perplexing, and I got stuck on that a lot. A little bit of water to cleanse the palate out. And try to prepare my mouth hole. Really, Brian? Why? Why does my brain work that way? So, on to the palate. I don't want to scorch my tongue, mostly. And ow. It doesn't drink hot. Huh. Alright. I know what I'm thinking it could be. I don't know if it would. Could be from them. A lot of mixed signals there. And that was the first sip where I try not to think about it too much and fail every single time. That's okay. I will say the first sip was dry. I expected it to be a little sweeter than that due to the nose. But it could be the proof. This has happened before to me with high proof items where it just drinks earthier and drier and not sweet as I want it to, because I like sweet bourbons, it seems. I'm assuming this is a bourbon or a rye. That's what I'm guessing right now. Sorry for those who are trying to guess what it is. bugging me. The other part of my brain is thinking, well, what kind of rye would be this high in percentage? I think, oh, I don't think I know of one. Well, yes, I do. It's not this one. There's a rye behind me called Alberta Premium. I think it's 66%. That's nuts. But that is clearly a rye. Like, I smell that. I go, holy shit, rye. What's it says on the bottle, but just generally, the nose. Oh, I want another sip. Okay. Ooh. I got a note of chocolate there. It's not overly dry, but it's not sweet. I think it's salted chocolate. What the hell? And caramel. Salted chocolate caramel? Mm. But not really sweet. That's the weird part. That's throwing me off a lot. It's a little bit spicy. It's not completely drying my tongue out now. The first sip was initially very dry. Second sip, not so much. As far as notes, though, tasting notes, good God, this is not simple. It's not overly complicated. It's maybe 3 or 4 things. But not being a sweet, it's much harder for me to describe. I like sweet things. I eat a lot of sweet things. Yeah, the initial dry. Huh. It's got an interesting progression. Now it's getting a little spicy. A little tongue tickles, a little pepperiness, which I like. Which implies a rye as well, or at least having a rye in it. Definitely doesn't taste like a rye. Didn't smell like one, didn't taste like one. No. Noisy neighbor. Yeah, very oak forward as well. Not too much. Not over oaked. That is certainly the first thing I noticed. Why did I forget to close that? There we go. I keep going back to it. Like, I keep feeling like I have to sip it again and again. It's freaking me out. Yeah. Immediately. Peppery leather. Cinnamon? There's clove. Oh, the spice is right there. It's in the middle. The spices kick up. Gets a little dry again. Tapers out. Oh, I like the taste of it to a point. It's not a favorite. It's certainly interesting, whatever it is. But it's making me think of Knob Creek, weirdly enough, considering. Because Knob Creek is a lot denser and a lot more earthy. And oak forward and leather, per my palate. So it's making me think of that. But considering the other effects, it's making me think of some kind of rye. This is weird if it was some kind of wild turkey product. Like, it's kind of making me think of rare breed, but I think I wouldn't know. Well, I'm not going to say that. I like rare breed, and this is not when I strictly would say, oh my god, this is good. It's making me go, oh my god, this one's interesting. Kind of confusing. Let's keep going. One more. Mmm. God, tasting notes is so complicated. Because it's not sweet, I'm having to think of a lot of notes I don't use. It's a little bit sweet. It's got a bit of brown sugar to it. It's a lot of denser notes, a lot of leather notes, a lot of almost bitter. It's got some sweet chocolate notes. I got salt for some reason. Like, the first thing that really made sense to me was chocolate caramel. salted thing. I haven't wanted anything like that in quite a while. Alright, moving on. Still trying to make these short. Not doing a good job, but trying. Palate. There we go. Behind the palate. Flavor is not sweet. I hate how they give me 5 options because it's never just one. Sometimes it is. This is a bittersweet one. I just thought of orange bitters. It's not what it is. I don't know why I thought that. This one's freaking me out. Whatever it is not something I would pour for myself. And it's not because it's bad, it's just not my preferred type of drink. I usually like something much sweeter. And this is much more... What could I think of? What can I compare this to that I've eaten or drank? It's making me think of some sort of beer. And part of me said IPA, and part of me said like a stout or a Guinness type drink or beer. Because it's not so sweet. I do like a Guinness every now and then. Don't get me wrong. Proof for flavor, I'm saying bittersweet, in case that wasn't clear. Proof is for body, 3. Ow. Texture. Texture has never been easy. Round is what stuck out when I took that sip. Yeah. Ha! Balance, does any element dominate? Well, hold on. I'm waiting for it to end here. I'd have to say the spice, if I was going to say anything that dominated. Briefly, it's just the thing that's in the middle. It's dry and a little sweet, and then it gets spicy. And it tapers out very slowly after that. I'm still waiting for it to go away. Which leads me to the finish. 3 for the finish. I don't feel like it's 4 because it does have a progression. It does, you know, I like a good progression where there's an experience that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. But still, I wish it was something I liked. Like, I wish this was one I would pick up and enjoy. But I know per my palate, I like sweeter stuff, and this is not sweet. Not directly sweet. This is something else. I do like it. It does not drink like the proof. And once again, that is 56.1. So it's up there. It's closing in on 60%, but it doesn't drink that way. It doesn't drink like overly aggressive. The spice is really what sticks out. I do like it, but I wouldn't go pouring this for myself. Complexity is a 3 as well. But I do feel there's more to this. A little bit. I always say that. Per my palate, it is a 3. Let's close that off. All right. Ugh. Didn't do anything. I'm very curious about what this is. As I said before, it's making me think of a Knob Creek or a rare breed. It doesn't drink like a rye. It might be a high rye. We're definitely leaning in the bourbon rye category, personally thinking about it. So let's go find out what this is. I'm going to try and get my phone to do the thing before I have to. Oh, I got a text. Get distracted by my cell phone. Yay. All right. Wasn't who I thought it was. Actually, I had 3 texts. I didn't look at them all. Damn it. I'm so popular now. Trying to organize things. I'm bad at that. So here we are. We have the book. As you can see, my bookmark is still where it was last time. I have no idea what this is. If that isn't understood, I don't look at the booklet. You just need one person to be like, he probably looked ahead. And oh, God, don't start. So let us, we are day 18. We're going to day 19. I'm trying not to look as I turn the page just in case. Wouldn't want to accidentally look at the wrong one. Okay, that feels like one page. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh! Ha! I knew it. Well, I didn't know it, but I was expecting something, and I was not mistaken. That's good to know. It's good to know I can pick that out a little bit. Now I suffer with the scanning while everyone watches me suffer. We all love suffering. Now, I've only had one of these. Oh, I guess I should show you what it is, huh? Ta-da! Day 19, Sagamore Spirit Straight Rye Whiskey. Does it drink like a rye whiskey I've had? No. But I was definitely torn, which is a good thing. I was torn between it being a rye or a bourbon. So I'm glad I leaned towards rye. At least I felt like I was leaning towards rye, but it was more like a high rye bourbon is what I was expecting. But at least at the start, I was going, what the fuck was this? Oh, it's okay. Here we go. That would explain it. I was a little confused. I was like, Sagamore Spirits? I didn't think they were like this. Yes, they are. Sagamore Spirits cast strength for straight rye whiskey. Please note the ABV of the bottle may vary. Well, thank you for that little bit of info. 7.7 out of 10 stars. Sorry, I should have shown that first. And $62.99 on Flaviar. Not sponsored, just so we're clear. Show you the flavor wheel. Pretty much what, well, not pretty much, but it reminded me of many things that I said. Focus, you son of a... Do it. You've done it before. You can do it again. There we go. Spicy rye, black pepper, vanilla, caramel, chocolate, zesty, roasted dark fruit. Dark fruit sounds pretty good. I was thinking it was some kind of dry fruit. Like they had the option of raisin and fig. I was thinking cranberry, but that seemed too sweet. But dark fruit, I'm not quite sure what that means. Like a plum? Plum sounds pretty good. I haven't had a plum in ages, but... And now for the About section. All of this on Flaviar, not sponsored. Whiskey with spice and everything nice for the rye lovers. And their write-ups are always a little interesting. When award-winning Sagamore Spirit opened its waterfront distillery doors and fired up its copper still, it had two things in mind. Turnout rye that would put Maryland back at the whiskey-making map. That would put Maryland back on the whiskey-making map. And create a destination to delight and educate spirit lovers from near and far. 1 year, 2 million pounds of milled grain, and 30,000 visitors later, the plan is well ahead of schedule. Well, that's good to know. Sagamore Cask Strength Rye Whiskey was awarded double gold at the prestigious San Francisco Spirits Competition. Prestigious. Which, as you know, means that their decision was unanimous. And we have to agree. All right. The taste harkens back to the 19th century when Maryland farmers discovered the benefits of distilling whiskey from the distinctive grain. This is a truly exceptional example packed with everything you're looking for in a rye. No, it isn't. And the cask strength means that it is also an outstanding cocktail partner. Where's Zenbood? Zenbood was saying rye for the past 2 days, and now it's rye and he's not here. That's hilarious. Well, that was the write-up. On to the details. The details are category rye, country United States, which I knew at the start because it said right on the bottle, whiskey product of the USA. So that's a big clue for me. Distillery is Sagamore Spirits. Age, no age statement. Style, straight rye whiskey. So it was rye. Alcohol, 56.1%. Tasting notes. Whoa. Tasting notes. Color, roasted chestnut. Sounds pretty good. The nose, chocolate and powerful spice. The palate, classic rye, pepper, and spiciness with surprising floral citrus zest and caramel. Yeah. Finish, long and full with more black pepper and vanilla. They threw in a lot of the basics there, but that's okay. And it's showing me a bunch of stuff that goes along with it. It's the same thing they showed me yesterday, god damn it. Exactly the same thing they showed me yesterday. What the flick? Alright. Ooh, I did it. Did I do it? Yes, it's just 30 minutes. I did it. Yeah, for once. No one's here to celebrate. That's alright. The point of these little blip streams for this thing is not to have interactions, but to do the daily whiskey thing, which we did. I'm going to have to message Zenbood because this is hilarious that it's a rye. We've been waiting for it. With that said, I'm going to finish the rest of this. It's still not my preferred drink. I do have a Sagamore Double Oak. I believe I did a video of it a while ago. And I don't remember what I said, but I'm guessing it didn't drink like a rye. Or maybe it did. I'll have to check. With all that, as always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. Boop. Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.